my friend, one of the greatest gifts God has given you is your voice. It is more than sound. It is more than communication. Your voice is a weapon. It is a tool of faith. It is an instrument that can change the atmosphere around you. Many people underestimate the power of their own voice. They think their words are just sounds that disappear into the air. But your voice is much more than that. Your voice carries authority because it reflects what you believe in your heart. Every day you have a choice. You can speak words that agree with fear, doubt, and defeat, or you can speak words that agree with faith, hope, and victory. The direction of your words often becomes the direction of your thinking, and the direction of your thinking influences the direction of your life. 2, many people spend their days talking about how bad things are, how impossible their situation looks, or how they will never overcome their challenges. But speaking defeat does not produce victory. Speaking fear does not produce courage. When difficulties arise, let your voice become a declaration of confidence. When obstacles stand before you, let your words reflect faith rather than fear. Refuse to let negative circumstances dictate what comes out of your mouth. Your voice was not given to you merely to describe problems. It was given to you to declare truth, inspire hope, strengthen others, and stand firm in difficult times. Never forget this. Your voice carries authority. Use it with purpose, use it with confidence, and use it to speak life wherever you go. The words you speak today are helping create the future you will experience tomorrow. Many people do not realize how powerful their daily conversations are. They think words are insignificant, but words influence attitudes, decisions, actions, and expectations. If a person constantly says, "I can't do it, nothing ever works for me," or "things will never change," those words begin to affect the way they think and act. Before long, they stop expecting good things to happen. They stop trying. They stop believing. Their words have shaped their outlook on life. On the other hand, when a person chooses to speak words of faith, hope, and confidence, a different mindset begins to develop. They start expecting opportunities. They start believing that challenges can be overcome. They begin to move forward with courage instead of fear. This does not mean ignoring reality or pretending problems do not exist. It means refusing to allow negative circumstances to control your speech. Speak about possibilities instead of limitations. Speak about solutions instead of obstacles. Speak about hope instead of despair. Your future is influenced by the words you repeatedly speak. Therefore, choose your words carefully. Let your speech be filled with faith, encouragement, and expectation. The seeds you plant with your words today can produce a harvest of confidence, perseverance, and success in the days ahead. One of the greatest principles of faith is that it speaks before the answer appears. Most people want to see results first and then believe. They want visible evidence before they speak with confidence. But faith operates differently. Faith chooses to believe even when circumstances have not yet changed. Anyone can speak positively when everything is going well. Anyone can talk about victory after the battle has been won. The true test comes when challenges arise, when obstacles seem impossible, and when nothing around you appears to be improving. That is the moment when faith finds its voice. Faith does not deny reality, but it refuses to let reality have the final word. It looks beyond present circumstances and focuses on future possibilities. Instead of speaking defeat, faith speaks hope. Instead of declaring failure, faith declares perseverance. Instead of surrendering to fear, faith chooses confidence. When storms come into your life, Do not allow your words to be controlled by what you see. Let them be guided by what you believe. Speak courage when fear is present. Speak strength when weakness tries to overwhelm you. Speak hope when circumstances suggest giving up. Remember, faith is not silent. It speaks with confidence before the breakthrough arrives. It speaks with expectation before the victory is visible. That is the power of faith-filled words. Fear grows strongest when it is left unchallenged. When negative thoughts enter the mind and no voice rises against them, they begin to take root. Doubt becomes stronger, confidence becomes weaker, and before long, fear starts controlling decisions, attitudes, and actions. Many people remain silent during difficult seasons. They allow worry to dominate their thoughts without speaking words of hope, courage, or faith. As a result, fear gains more influence over their lives. Silence can often become an invitation for discouragement to settle in the heart. The answer is not to ignore problems or pretend challenges do not exist. The answer is to confront fear with truth. When fear says you will never overcome this, speak words of confidence. When fear says there is no way forward, declare that obstacles can be overcome. When fear predicts failure, choose to speak hope and perseverance. Your voice has the power to interrupt the cycle of negative thinking. Every time you speak words of courage, you weaken the influence of fear. Every time you declare hope, you push back against discouragement. Do not allow fear to have the final word in your life. Raise your voice with confidence. Speak faith instead of fear, courage instead of doubt, and hope instead of despair. When truth is spoken boldly, fear begins to lose its grip. One of the most powerful habits you can develop is learning to speak God's promises over your life every day. Too often, people spend their time repeating what they fear, what they lack, or what has gone wrong. They allow negative circumstances to determine their conversation. But when you continually focus on problems, those problems can begin to appear larger than they really are. Instead, choose to fill your words with truth, hope, and expectation. Speak promises that inspire confidence and strengthen your heart. When challenges arise, remind yourself that difficult situations are temporary. When disappointment comes, speak words that encourage perseverance rather than surrender. Your words influence your attitude, and your attitude influences your actions. A person who constantly speaks hope is more likely to move forward with courage. A person who continually speaks defeat often loses the motivation to keep going. This is why it is important to guard your speech. Let your words reflect confidence instead of anxiety, expectation instead of doubt, and gratitude instead of complaint. Speak life over your future. Speak encouragement over your family. Speak hope over your circumstances. No matter what you face today, do not allow negative situations to become the loudest voice in your life. Let truth, faith, and hope be what comes from your mouth. When your words align with God's promises, you strengthen your heart and prepare yourself to walk forward with confidence and purpose. Your voice is one of the most powerful tools you possess. With a few words, you can encourage someone to keep going, inspire hope in a difficult situation, or strengthen a person who feels discouraged. In the same way, careless words can wound, discourage, and tear down. That is why it is so important to use your voice wisely. Every day you are given opportunities to influence the people around you. Your family, friends, co-workers, and even strangers can be affected by the words you choose to speak. A kind word can brighten someone's day. A word of encouragement can restore confidence. A message of hope can help someone continue when they feel like giving up. Too many people use their voices to criticize, complain, and focus on faults. While it is easy to point out problems, it takes wisdom and character to speak words that build others up. Choose to be a source of encouragement rather than discouragement. Choose to spread hope rather than negativity. Before you speak, ask yourself whether your words will help or harm, strengthen or weaken, inspire or discourage. Let your speech be marked by kindness, wisdom, and purpose. Remember, your voice is a weapon. Use it to build confidence, strengthen relationships, encourage growth, and bring hope wherever you go. The words you speak today may have a lasting impact on someone's life tomorrow.